What's up guys, it's Chart Doctor, founder of the Profits Mastermind Group, once again here with another video. Today, I'll be giving you my technical analysis on the charts for Intec Pharma, ticker symbol NTEC. Before we get into that, we have a 100% free Discord server where we have a community of all levels of traders and investors, from veterans to beginners, discuss strategies, ask questions, plus opinions about the stock and cryptocurrency markets. We have about 60 members currently, and we are continually growing, so I highly recommend you check that out. The Discord link will be in the description below. Also, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion, ideas, and analysis of the stock and cryptocurrency markets. This content provided are for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please do your own due diligence and research, as these markets are extremely volatile and risky. Please do not invest in something you do not know. Everything previewed here are merely suggestions and ideas. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get started. This technical analysis was requested by Mickey56 from our Discord server. So before we get into the analysis, I want to say, before you invest in this company, please make sure that you do your fundamental analysis and you dive deep into this company, because this could be another possible Fitbit scenario where you don't see any momentum for a long time. So I'm just giving you potential things that can happen. So just make sure you do your due diligence and research before you invest. So let's get started. Let me open up my visibility. Before we get into all these, focus on the yellow line. I want to first say that, as you could see, close that for you. We did a double top attempt, which a double top is when we go up, down, right? And then later on in the future, we try again, but we fail. We fail to go above it. As you can see, the first time, and the second time, we try, but we fail. And once you know that it actually fails is when it goes down really low, and then it goes to a complete downtrend after that. So something to keep in mind. Like another example, there's an opposite version, which is the double bottom, which is a bullish scenario, as you can see right here. If I try to pull it down, focus on the yellow, okay? Ignore everything else for now. Focus on the yellow. As you can see, we have a double bottom right here, which caused a bullish uptrend. As you can see, double bottoms create bullish momentums. It has to be within 10 days, okay? Make sure it's between 10 to 11 days before it's an actual double bottom. Don't try to catch one where it's like right here, like next to each other. Make sure there was a distance apart, and then it was pretty good correction to the top side before you attempt any double bottom trades or double top trades. So now let's look at another potential scenario where it could have had momentum. So look, as you can see, there was an attempt on here. Let's just use this blue line right here. There was an attempt right here that could have been made for a double bottom, but as you could see, we dumped down to the downside very severely. Now we could be, like I said, that's why you do your research. We could be forming a Fitbit, but I'm just giving you the potential possibilities. It looks like we're forming, like, now that we know that we had a double top, I could delete that for now. But we can use that, just use the yellow line as major resistance. This could be another resistance for a triple top, so always keep this in mind. I'm just deleting this for now to make the chart less messy. So as you can see, we have major support right here. Let me turn back the candles. We have major support right here on this line. For example, if we didn't know this would happen, we could just draw lines, just see when it could be hit. And as you can see, we have the support right here, right? Okay. Now that we got that over with, look at we could be performing a descending Browning wedge. It looks like to me, we have 3 connections, and then if it is a breakout to occur, we would need to see $248 before anything. We have to see that before we know we could see these upper 3 targets. So let's look at the RSI. We could be forming a descending descending wedge, and we could be breaking out to a descending Browning wedge, and then we could either go up and break out of it right away, or we can test it, and then go down again before going up. As you can see, we have resistance. We have support right here from this line. So we could have more support and this line right here, as you can see. So there's two possible scenarios. We go up and break out, and then this one we just go straight up. So we just break out, break up, or test it, go down again, and just break out. So two scenarios. Let's just clean this up. So I said this is a falling wedge. My bad. I forgot what I was saying. I lost my words on that. So this is a falling wedge, which means bullish scenario. We can go up and then or test and then break out. That's the RSI. So it looks pretty bullish on the RSI, but just be careful. Do your fundamental analysis, like I said, and then on the weekly, focus on weekly. See if it continues its downtrend. If it doesn't, if it does, then it's uptrend to the top side to the green. If it does, then you could be possibly seeing these targets right here and a breakout. So these are just basically combined. If this keeps continuing to go up, then this will go up. And if it's really explosive, you can just break out of it right away, but possibly retest down. Let me clean that up for you real quick. Or we could do that or stay down, depends on how the company does. But let's just do like technical analysis, fundamental. So if we just take our time and then go up, that means this would take our time and then go up, right? But then let's say, for example, we break down. We could just fake out down, another fake out like right here. As you can see, there's a fake out where it looks like you're going to go to the top side, but it goes back down. So we could perform that. Or when we do that, test the support line, it could have another fake out where it just goes down just like these right here. Let's try to give you another example if we can. As you can see, this one looks like it's about to be done, but then we dump more after. That's just a minor one though. Like there's worse ones out there. That like this one's pretty bad. There was worse though. So now that we got through all the RSI on the MACD for the weekly, let's see. So we need to hit this target first, break out, and then hit this target before you could see this target, the 37807 and the 482 ranges. We might correct, but then the highest target that you could see for the weekly is 5.87. So these are just targets that you can sell at. So once we break this out, first target is to sell would be here, conservative trader, moderate trader, and risky trader. Or you could do like 30% here, 40% here, or 50, and then 20 for these two, 80 and then plus 20, or 30 with 30, 40, 30. Depends how you want to play it out. So now let's get to the daily now. So looking at the daily, it looks like we're forming another falling wedge that could bring to the upside based on technical analysis. So it depends on the company. As you can see, this is the double top. First target is to see any breakout is this target, the 1348 on the daily. And then if you see that, you could sell conservative traders sell there, moderate traders sell there, and risky traders sell here. So these are the prices that you could see right here. Pause the video and you can see. So you could do just like the same strategy. You could sell all of them at one target, like the 50%, or the 68 if you're aggressive, moderate level, and then this one is conservative, and or you could split them up 30, 40, 30. 30, 40, 30, 30, 50, 20, or sell less here and then more at the top. Depends how you want to trade it. So like like I said, the falling wedge right here, we have to see those targets, and then it looks like we're on a yeah, this is the whole target, the full chart right here, but then this is right now what we're currently in. Let's look at the RSI. So if we break, we can currently test this support to see. As you can see on the MACD, we're getting exhausted. So as you can see, we're getting exhausted momentum. So let's see, if this continues to go down, like lighter blues down, we could test this support. And if it keeps going down to the red momentum, we could test these levels to support, the yellow momentum colors before testing these and possibly breaking out after, or keep channeling until we break out. But I highly doubt it's possible because that's a 0 RSI. Very, very low chance that happens. So lowest we go is probably 5, unless it's really bad company. But let's look at the volume real quick. We're getting 2.04 share volume per day, and this seems very pump and dumpy. As you can see, look at the volume, it's very pump and dumpy. A lot right here bought, and then a lot sold, and then a lot bought. It looks like very scary scenario right now to be trading in this. I'd say no trading zone right now. I would not trade this at the moment. But just wait. Those are the targets. Just stick to these targets. If you see these targets, then you have possibilities of seeing these numbers. Okay, so play your risk, right? Find this number first. 1.348. Okay, so that's the daily. All right, so looking at the 4-hour chart on Intec, as you can see, the EMA ribbon. This is after the drop. Okay, so keep in mind this is after the nasty drop that we had. But also, I want to keep in mind, this is why you use stop loss right here. It's very risky, as you can see right here. You don't know what's happening, and then you just see a massive sell. So just always use stop loss. Manage your risk and rewards. Don't expect all technical analysis to work. Make sure you prepare for any scenario, okay? So now that we got that out of the way, here are the resistance and support from the EMA. So we're currently testing the 4th EMA ribbon. So the next resistance is 0.69 for the 4-hour, and then the next resistance after that is 0.75, and after that the next resistance is 0.81. So if we can't test these levels, I expect us to hit the yellow line to test first for the support if we go down, and if not, after that we test the red using these connections right here, and you could just spread them out to see how far they can go before breaking down. And if they do break down, that's when you can use support lines to test the other side, like right here. Now you know that, okay, there might be a possible test, right? A possible downtrend momentum right here, connecting these 3 dots or these 3 lines, So that's for the 4-hour regular price chart. And as you can see here too, there's your price action and RSI supports. So what I'm seeing is, if we just connect the dots with all 3 indicators, look at the volume, see how the volume's behaving. If you get a lot of upside, then you'll see a lot of price action potential. But if you see a lot of red and then a lot of sell, then we can go down a lot. Okay, so just focus on the volume and the RSI. So if we continue the MACD up, we could possibly just not test these, and the price too, and the volume. Look at the volume first priority. But let's say the MACD, we start going to the red side, right? All right, so then now that's when we test. We could possibly stay up, but then we go back down to test the yellow line, and then if we have massive red MACD, then we go down to the next level, and then same with that, we go down to the next level depending on the situation. So just, you can use multiple indicators at once to see what is going on. Okay, these are just support lines using these previous connections right here and right here as well. I also want to show you something on the RSI for the 4-hour. So you can see I drew these blue lines, or I put horizontal lines right here, and what they basically are supports that in the historical time. So let's see. Let's count how much we get. 1, 2, let's go all the way back right here. See? 3, 4, and some right here that almost gave in. That's 5 basically. So let's just not go too far into it. But yeah, another one right there. 6, 7. And then the bottom lines, the one under it, the last line right here. Last line right here on this one. We touched the first one right here. Let's go all the way back. One right here. And one right here. So basically what they say is when they touch, there's these blue lines have potential of a bounce up after touching them. So you can see right here, we bounced up. But keep in mind, we could go down, but it's just saying, it just gives you potential chances of bouncing up. Doesn't mean it'll go up forever, but it just says there's a chance for a minor up. As you can see, we went down even more. But even on this one, we jumped up and then we went up, we went off on that one. Even on these, we touched a little bit and then went up on that. So you just practice using these for your analysis, picking up these old historical connections. Because then it'll play a big role, like, depending on if we hit test, we break down all of these, for example. Let's just say we just break down on a horrible day. There could be a chance where if we break down here, that last tick, that first line makes us bounce up for a little bit or all the way. But let's just say that when it touches that line, that's when you could tell that's a psychological target. Even for these two, like right there, boom, or right there, test, and then a little bit and then up, or test and then down even more and then up. So it just gives you little targets to let you know momentum points and psychological points of the market from historical data. So I don't want to make it too confusing. So that wraps up today's technical analysis on Intec Pharma. On the full analysis, we went more in depth today's analysis to give you the whole picture of what the charts are telling me for Intec. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you want to help support the profits, feel free to use our affiliate links down below in the description. New investors can use it to earn extra bonuses for signing up with our affiliate links. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. I hope I see you on the Discord server as well. And let's get this cheese.